Two aircraft, one dream, but only one survived. The Airbus A340 was once seen as the future of long-haul travel. Big, powerful, and built with 4 engines, it was meant to rule the skies. But something went wrong. Years later, the A350 arrived sleek, efficient, and quickly loved by airlines worldwide. Today, the A340 is nearly forgotten, while the A350 keeps flying higher. What made one fail and the others succeed? In this video, we uncover the real reasons from technology to timing behind this dramatic rise and fall in aviation history. Before we dive into video, please subscribe our channel. The A340 and A350 were born in completely different times, and that made all the difference. The A340 was launched in the early 1990s, when airlines still feared flying long distances over oceans with only 2 engines. So Airbus gave the A340 engines for safety and range. Back then, this made sense. But as time passed, engine technology improved fast. Twin-engine aircraft became just as safe, but much more fuel-efficient. That's where the A350 came in. Introduced in the 2010s, it was designed from day one for the modern world, lightweight, fuel-efficient, and with only 2 powerful engines. Airbus had learned from past mistakes. Instead of building for old fears, the A350 was built for real-world airline needs. The A340 answered yesterday's questions. The A350 was the answer to tomorrow's demands, and that's why it took off while the A340 faded away. One of the biggest reasons the A340 failed was its 4 engines. In the 1990s, this seemed like a smart idea. More engines meant more power and safety, but it also meant more fuel burn, more weight, and higher maintenance costs. The A340 used older CFM56 engines that were reliable but not fuel efficient. On the other hand, the A350 uses 2 advanced Rolls-Royce Trent XWB engines, among the most efficient in the world. These engines produce more thrust, use less fuel, and require less maintenance. Airlines quickly realized that 2 strong engines are better than 4 older ones. The A350 could fly longer distances while saving millions in fuel. This change in engine technology was a turning point. The world no longer needed 4 engines to fly far. With better engineering, 2 were enough. And that's exactly why the A350 won while the A340 got left behind. In aviation, range and efficiency are everything. The A340 was built to fly long distances, but it didn't do it efficiently. It could cross oceans, yes, but it burned a lot of fuel doing so. Airlines had to choose between range and profit. Then came the A350, and the game changed completely. With its lightweight design and powerful engines, the A350 could fly even farther than the A340 and use much less fuel. It gave airlines a way to open ultra-long-haul routes without breaking the bank. Flights like Singapore to New York or Doha to Auckland became possible and profitable. The A350's design made every seat more efficient, every flight more affordable. In a world where fuel costs matter more than ever, this gave it a huge edge. While the A340 struggled to compete, the A350 became the gold standard for long-range efficiency in modern aviation. For airline CEOs, every decision is about numbers, cost, profit, and performance. The A340 simply didn't deliver what they needed. With 4 engines, it had higher fuel bills, more maintenance checks, and lower efficiency per seat. It looked impressive, but it didn't make financial sense. The A350, on the other hand, was exactly what airline executives were waiting for. It offered lower operating costs, fewer engine hours to maintain, and higher fuel efficiency. Each flight saved money, and in aviation, saving just a few % on fuel can mean millions. The A350 also had faster turnaround times and better reliability, reducing delays and keeping planes in the air, not stuck on the ground. Airlines loved the math behind it. It wasn't just a better plane, it was a better business. That's why airlines dropped the A340 and lined up for the A350. Profitability always wins in aviation. Passengers don't care about engine types, they care about comfort. And here, the A350 beat the A340 by a wide margin. The A340 had a narrower cabin and an older interior design. While it got passengers from point A to B, it didn't offer the modern experience flyers expect today. The A350 was built with the passenger in mind. Its wider fuselage means more space per seat, larger windows, and higher ceilings. The air pressure and humidity inside the A350 cabin are also better, reducing jet lag and fatigue on long-haul flights. It's quieter too, thanks to modern noise reduction technology. The lighting is dynamic and mood-based, creating a more relaxing atmosphere. Airlines use these features to attract premium passengers and boost customer satisfaction. In the A350, comfort isn't just a luxury, it's a selling point. The A340 couldn't compete, and passengers quickly noticed the difference. Success in aviation isn't just about design, it's about timing. The A340 entered the market in the early 1990s, just as airlines were shifting away from four-engine jets. Around the same time, Boeing's twin-engine 777 began gaining popularity for its efficiency and lower costs. The A340 was already outdated by the time it arrived. Airlines wanted planes that could fly long distances without burning through fuel budgets, and the A340 couldn't deliver that promise. Fast forward to the 2010, and the A350 came at the perfect moment. Rising fuel prices, environmental pressure, and better twin-engine regulations created the ideal environment for a new generation of jets. The A350 matched that demand exactly. It offered what the market needed, when it needed it most. While the A340 missed the wave, the A350 rode it perfectly, proving once again that in aviation, the right plane at the right time wins. Technology plays a huge role in any aircraft's success, and here, the A350 made a massive leap. The A340 used mostly metal in its structure and had older systems suited to its time. It was advanced back then, but it aged quickly. The A350, however, was designed for the future. Over 50% of its body is made from carbon fiber reinforced composites, making it lighter, stronger, and more resistant to corrosion. This directly improves fuel efficiency and durability. Inside the cockpit, the A350 is packed with advanced avionics and touchscreen displays, giving pilots more control and better situational awareness. Its systems include real-time health monitoring, predictive maintenance tools, and even Wi-Fi-based updates. These smart technologies reduce delays, cut maintenance costs, and increase safety. The A350 isn't just a better aircraft, it's a smarter one. The A340, for all its strengths, simply couldn't keep up with the pace of innovation. The success of any aircraft depends on who believes in it and how they use it. The A340 had a few loyal customers like Lufthansa, Air France, and Iberia, but it never gained wide global support. Many airlines were cautious about its high operating costs and limited flexibility. As a result, it struggled to build momentum. In contrast, the A350 was backed by some of the world's most influential carriers right from the start. Qatar Airways became its launch customer and proudly showcased it as their flagship aircraft. Soon after, airlines like Singapore Airlines, Delta, and Cathay Pacific followed. These airlines didn't just buy the A350, they built long-haul strategies around it. They opened new routes, improved passenger experience, and praised its performance. That positive exposure attracted more buyers. Strong airline support gave the A350 the reputation and reach that the A340 never achieved, sealing its global success. Every failure holds a lesson, and Airbus learned a lot from the A340. While the A340 was ambitious, it taught Airbus that being early isn't always being right. The aviation world was moving toward efficiency, and the A340 didn't keep up. Airbus realized that future success would depend on fuel economy, flexibility, and real airline needs. They didn't just ignore the A340's flaws, they studied them. Those lessons directly shaped the A350. This time, Airbus didn't rush. They focused on lighter materials, twin-engine power, passenger comfort, and cost-saving technology. And it paid off. The A350 became a global success, praised by pilots, airlines, and passengers. In the end, the The A340 walked so the A350 could fly. One faded away, the other soared, but both left a mark. The A340's legacy lives on, not in numbers sold, but in the smarter, stronger aircraft it helped create.